Pierre Boulez said that the flute of Faune brought new breath to the art of music. To me, Debussy's flute music was extremely influential. It has a very personal approach to the flute, to the sound of the flute. All these pieces approach somehow the male story of the Greek mythological stories that they work with. I started to become curious to find a way to detail some of the female sentiments, and I especially became very interested in nymphs and to understand their character and what they hold and what they feel, and to kind of uncover their complexities.
Flute music was already a big part of my output, solo works or within ensembles, and piccolo also. But to take this in the concerto context is a kind of creates totally new compositional problems. What I really like about the title Thaleia is not just the story of the nymph who had this name, but it's also the meaning of her name, which means something like the joyous, the abundance. Her story is that she bore the twin children of Zeus. This incurred the wrath of Hera, and in order to save her children, she had to bury them in the earth. And the myth goes that they then became the gods of hot springs and geysers. In a way, that self-contained world of the story, but in another way it connects into a lot of the compositional ideas I started working on in the piece. And the most kind of obvious connection there with these twins is the use of cannons, which are kind of everywhere across the concerto, but especially in the second movement, where it begins with a kind of double canon. On one layer you have the harp playing in a canon with itself, and then the other layer you have the flute and the solo viola in a kind of canon with each other.
In the music, there are lots of bend notes, so the pitch is being changed up or down, and there are many microtones, and of course there is a piccolo, and there is the lowest and highest notes on the flute, and I feel like that represents going out of ordinary, and all of that attached to Thaleia's story, which is so closely related to Earth and things evolving from Earth, and all of that. I think that's a really very full and beautiful cycle. I think it's a true gift that we'll be able to do the premiere with the Orchestre Philharmonique Royale de Liège, conducted by Gergely Madaras, and then we'll have the opportunity to do an amazing UK premiere with the BBC National Orchestra of Wales. This is thanks to the Philip Luxor Foundation, who have supported us with the British premiere. I think we absolutely have the best partners possible. I feel so happy to work with this material and to see how the audiences and everyone reacts to it. That will be very exciting.